Joan Crawford was a woman known for many things, from her elegant prowess and ability to control a situation with her femininity to her powerful performances that won her adoration from film critics and audiences alike. Joan Crawford became one of the biggest stars in the golden age of Hollywood. But beyond the public eye, she was known for her eccentric off-screen behavior and, most noticeably, her long simmering feud with fellow screen legend Bette Davis. What's more? Find out in this video. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button for 7 years of good luck ahead and comment "I subscribed" and we'll try our best to get back to you as soon as we can. Number 10. Her real name is Lucille Fay LeSueur. Born on March 23, 1904 in San Antonio, Texas, Lucille Fay LeSueur, popularly known as Joan Crawford, was the third and youngest child of Thomas E. LeSueur, a construction laborer, and Annabelle Johnson. She grew up to become an American film and television actress who began her career as a dancer in traveling theatrical companies before making her first appearance as a chorus girl on Broadway. Crawford then signed a motion picture contract with Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer in 1925, and her career spanned 6 decades in multiple studios and controversies. Number 9. Daddy left home. Joan Crawford's father, Thomas LeSueur, abandoned the family when she was just 10 months old and resettled in Abilene, Texas, reportedly working as a construction laborer. A few months later, Joan's mother married Henry J. Casson. However, the marriage is listed in the census as her first. As a child, Crawford preferred the nickname Billy and enjoyed watching vaudeville acts perform on the stage of her stepfather's theater. At that time, Crawford was reportedly unaware that Casson, whom she referred to as Daddy, was not her biological father until her brother Hal told her the truth. Number 8. She had a troubled upbringing. As a young child, Joan's stepfather, Casson, allegedly abused her sexually when she was 11 years old and continued until she was sent to St. Agnes Academy, a Catholic girls' school in Kansas City. After her mother and stepfather separated, Crawford remained at the school as a working student, performing tasks like cooking and cleaning in order to cover the tuition. Number 7. The Big Dream. From her childhood, Crawford's ambition was to be a dancer, but the unexpected happened. One day, in an attempt to escape piano lessons, she leaped from the front porch of her home and cut her foot severely on a broken milk bottle. As a result, she underwent 3 surgeries to repair the damage and unable to attend elementary school or continue with dancing lessons for 18 months, which put a serious damper on her aspirations of becoming a dancer. Luckily, Crawford began dancing in the choruses of traveling venues. Her first big break came in Detroit when she was discovered by famed Broadway producer Jacob J. Schubert, who cast Crawford in the chorus line of his 1924 show Innocent Eyes. In no time, her work in New York secured connections that would lead to a screen test in Hollywood for MGM Studios. Number 6. The Lady of the Night. Credited as Lucille LeSueur, her first film was in the 1925 Lady of the Night as the body double for Norma Shearer, MGM's most popular female star. She also appeared in The Circle and Pretty Ladies, both 1925, starring comedian Zazu Pitts. This was soon followed by equally small and unbilled roles in 2 other 1925 silent films, The Only Thing and The Merry Widow. In trying to get more work, Crawford approached Lowe's theater publicist Nils Granlund, who secured a position for her with singer Harry Richmond's act and arranged for her to do a screen test, which he sent to producer Harry Rapf in Hollywood. Rapf notified Granlund on December 24, 1924, that Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, MGM, had offered Crawford a contract of $75 a week, who immediately informed LeSueur, who had returned to her mother's home in Kansas City. Hearing the news, LeSueur borrowed $400 for her travel back expenses. Number 5. Time to change your name. One of the major turning points in Crawford's career was when the head of publicity at MGM, Pete Smith, decided to change the budding star's screen name. It began when Pete Smith recognized her ability to become a major star but felt her name sounded fake. He told studio head Louis B. Meyer that her last name, LeSueur, reminded him of a sower. The following week, Smith organized a contest called Name the Star in Movie Weekly to allow her readers to select her new stage name. The initial choice was Joan Arden, but another actress was found to have prior claim to that name, so they settled on the runner-up, Joan Crawford. On the other way around, Crawford herself wasn't that enthusiastic about the name that made her famous. She later said that she wanted her first name to be pronounced Joanne, and that she hated the name Crawford because it sounded like crawfish, but also admitted that she liked the security that went with the name. Number 4. She was opposed for her role in Mildred Pierce. For $500,000, Crawford signed with Warner Bros. For a 3-movie deal and was placed on payroll on July 1st, 1943. Her first film for the studio was the 1944 Hollywood Canteen, an all-star morale booster film that teamed her with several other top movie stars at the time. Crawford said that one of the main reasons she signed with Warner Bros. Was because she wanted to play the character Maddie in a proposed 1944 film version of Edith Wharton's novel Ethan Frome. She wanted to play the title role in Mildred Pierce, but Bette Davis was the studio's first choice. However, Davis turned the role down. Director Michael Curtis did not want Crawford to play the part, and he instead lobbied for the casting of Barbara Stanwyck. Warner Bros. Defied Curtis and cast Crawford in the film. Throughout the entire production of the movie, Curtis criticized Crawford. Curtis demanded Crawford prove her suitability by taking a screen test. She agreed, and after the test, Curtis agreed to Crawford's casting. The success of Mildred Pierce revived Crawford's movie career. For several years, she starred in what was called a series of first-rate melodramas. Number 3. She was a spokeswoman for the Cola Company. Crawford married her fourth and final husband, Alfred Steele, at the Flamingo Hotel in Las Vegas on May 10, 1955. Crawford and Steele met at a party in 1950 when Steele was an executive at PepsiCo, a union that led her to become a spokesperson for the Cola Company. She often traveled across the country to attend Pepsi promotional events, and following Steele's death, she took his vacant seat on the company's board of directors, reportedly much to the chagrin of the other directors. Those directors had the last word, however. In 1973, she was forced out of the company. Number 2. She was married 4 times and adopted 5 children. Crawford married 4 times. Her first 3 marriages ended in divorce. The last ended with the death of husband Alfred Steele. She adopted 5 children, one of whom was reclaimed. Crawford's relationships with her 2 elder children, Christina and Christopher, were acrimonious. After Crawford's death, Christina released a well-known but controversial tell-all memoir, Mommy Dearest. Number 1. Final Exit. Crawford died on May 10, 1977 at her New York apartment of myocardial infarction. A funeral was held at Campbell Funeral Home, New York on May 13, 1977. In her will, which was signed on October 28, 1976, Crawford bequeathed to her 2 youngest children, Cindy and Kathy, $77,500 each from her $2 million estates. She explicitly disinherited the 2 eldest, Christina and Christopher, saying, "It is my intention to make no provision herein for my son, Christopher, or my daughter, Christina, for reasons which are well known to them." Both of them challenged the will and received a $55,000 settlement. In November 1978, Christina Crawford, one of Joan's adopted child, published Mommy Dearest, which contained allegations that her late adoptive mother was emotionally and physically abusive to Christina and her brother Christopher because she chose fame and her career over parenthood. While many of Crawford's friends and co-workers, like Van Johnson and Crawford's 2 other younger daughters, Kathy and Cindy, denounced the book, categorically denying any abuse, others, including James MacArthur and Vincent Sherman, stated that they had witnessed some form of abusive behavior. Mommy Dearest soon became a bestseller and was made into the 1981 film Mommy Dearest, starring Faye Dunaway as Crawford. Though she left at the prime of her age, Joan Crawford's handprints and footprints are immortalized in the forecourt of Grauman's Chinese Theater in Hollywood, and her memory lives on in the hearts of men. Which of this Joan Crawford's facts caught your attention the most? Let us know in the comment section below.